Hey y'all, making sure I'm recording. Ooh, I got really close. Okay, so I want to talk to y'all about something tonight called just get over it. Just change your mindset. Just make yourself feel better. Because I've had several people tell me that. Not out of meanness, but like just in discussion, like, well, why can't you just talk yourself out of how you feel? Why can't you just look at my crazy hair? Why can't you just why do you let yourself feel that way? Why do you let it get that bad? Well, I didn't. First of all, I did not let it get this bad. It got this bad on its own, which is not bad anymore. Okay, let me clarify. I did not let it get that bad on my own. It did it. The depression did it. The depression built and built and built and built inside of me, along with the anxiety from different circumstances that I was subjected to as a child. And it became overwhelming to the point to where I couldn't control it anymore. So if you're one of those people who says, just get over it, just tell yourself it's okay to have a bad day and move on with your life. Well, I mean, that's all well and good if you don't have an underlying chemical imbalance in your brain. Now, my husband's 16-year-old, is in AP psychology right now. And he's struggling, so we're helping him at home study and whatnot. And one of the questions tonight was, what causes mood disorders is what they're calling them these days. They're not calling mental illnesses. It's your mental health, but they're calling them mood disorders. So if you're bipolar or manic depressive or just have depression, or if you have anxiety or OCD or anything like that, or PTSD, they're calling it a mood disorder. So he's like, well, it's your circumstances. Back up, child. Back up. I'm not saying my circumstances did not contribute to my anxiety. My circumstances did not contribute to my depression. My depression was already there. The depression was in me. What is depression? Depression is wanting to sleep for weeks at a time. Not just your 8 hours, not just 10 hours, not just a nap here and there. It is wanting to sleep for weeks at a time. Weeks. You hear me? I could sleep for weeks at a time. Right now. I could go to sleep right now and just sleep and sleep and sleep. Depression is, you have that one friend that gets so much done. Some of you may have several friends. They wake up in the morning, they're ready to go. They've got their house clean. They've got their kids dressed. They go to work. They do so much. And then they come home from work and they clean and they cook and they do laundry and they get their house just all nice and neat. That's not me. That is not depression. That is called somebody with a lot of energy. You could call that person normal. I don't call anybody normal. Depression is getting off work and going to lay down until it's time to get up to eat, or until you have to throw something together for supper, and then sitting on the couch until it's time to go to bed. And then when you go to bed, you lay there and you can't sleep because a lot of times depression gives you insomnia. So you're laying there thinking about all of your anxiety induced scenarios that you possibly can, going back from the time you were born. You're like in the womb going, gosh, why did I swim to this side of the womb today? Why? And you're just laying there and you're thinking about all these things, all these scenarios that you wish that you could change, but you can't. You can't. So then you don't get any sleep. And then you have to wake up the next morning and you're probably waking up late and you're probably running out the door, and then you get to work and you can barely get anything done at work. And it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle of just nothingness. And you cannot get out of it. And then when someone tells you, well, why don't you just change your mindset? Okay, Shaniqua, I'm going to change my mindset right now. Right now, I'm going to change my mindset. Whoop, whoop. I'm not tired anymore. I'm happy. I'm going to clean this whole house. I'm going to hang these curtains back up. I'm going to dust all my baseboards and my walls, which has never, ever, ever, ever been done in the history of me living in this house, by the way. Just so y'all know. That's not possible. And I'm not saying that because I don't believe that people can do those things. I'm saying that because it's not possible to alter the chemicals and the neuron transmitters in your brain without some help. You cannot do it by yourself. You cannot. So for those of you who say, well, people should just change their mindset. They should just be happy. They should just not worry so much. It's not possible, y'all. So instead of saying those things to people and making them feel even worse about themselves, because then they're like, well, what's wrong with me? I can't even change my mindset like this person who's telling me to do. This person that, I mean, they know what they're talking about. So why, there must be like something even worse wrong with me than I even thought to begin with. No, honey, no. There's nothing worse wrong with you because you can't change your mindset. It's called depression. That's what it's called. So you know what you do? You take a nap if you need to. You get up the next day and you talk to somebody who has experience with depression and you ask them how they get through it. Because I guarantee you they didn't get through it just by waking up one day and saying, oh, I'm going to be happy today. That is not how it works. So stop telling people to just be happy. If you're unhappy, tell somebody you're unhappy. And then that's the only way you're going to be able to stay happy, y'all.